Welcome to Legendary Studios. Today we're looking at a game by Jamie Stonemaier from Stonemaier Games, Red Rising, based on a novel by Pierce Brown. I'm here with my friend Russ today, and we'll check this game out, give you a run through of what it looks like, and a quick review. This is Legendary Tactics. Okay, so we've got the game set up now. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Appreciate you coming to check it out. We just discovered this one in a box and opened it up. And full disclosure, we did receive a copy of this game from the publisher, but that won't influence our review here because we just appreciate checking out a game and giving our honest feedback on the game. So, Russ, can you just tell me sort of what we're seeing here and what the foundation of the game is?
Yeah, first impression is it's pretty cool. It looks like we're going to be triggering different abilities of the different characters.
Yes.
And it's all about kind of setting up an end game, I think.
That's right.
Which is pretty cool. So we've selected randomly one of the houses to play. So I'm playing Apollo and you're playing Mars.
Good, so your ability does what?
So I have a special ability that when I have the Sovereign token, which you right now have.
This thing, yes.
Then I get to play an extra card on any of the locations that I'd like.
Okay, and an additional bonus for you is that you get to go first as well as in last. You get the final play in the game.
Right.
Now my ability is a little bit easier. Essentially in the game there are different tracks that we're racing to push forward. One of those is to get helium, and the goal is essentially to get 7 or more helium to trigger the end game. There are 3 tracks essentially. Either 3 tracks jointly need to reach that goal, or I can complete say 2 of those on my own. So one of them would be getting 7 helium, one is getting 7 on the fleet track, and the other would be getting 7 tokens down in
influence,
the Institute.
7 influence.
7 influence, that's right.
And in a 2-player game, it's going to be the first to 2 that triggers.
That's right.
That, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, and we have 3 tokens here just to give it some healthy competition from a random dummy faction, we'll say. So, very good. So I'll be gaining helium for that. Now we're jumping into this game. We've played a couple of turns each. Yep. Just wanted to get a little sense of the game. And this is our first gameplay, our first playthrough. The rulebook is actually very compact. It was only 7 pages long. Yeah. And it wasn't heavy with text.
No, it took us right through setup pretty easily. Like we were into playing within just a few minutes.
That's right. The one criticism I would offer at this stage is that I went into the rulebook not really having a sense of what I was doing or why I was doing it. And in fairness, this is something that I think a lot of rulebooks are plagued by. I feel like we need to start with the overarching goals of the game before we get into the minutia of the turns. So
right. Some of that might have been aided too if we were more familiar with the book series itself.
That's right, yes. So it is based on a book, science fiction book set on the planet Mars, and a character named Darrow is attempting to, is it infiltrate the houses or...
I don't know.
Very, very quick.
It seems pretty cool.
Wikipedia read.
I have to admit, I don't know much about it, but this does pique my interest.
It does, yeah. Now, very quick, the foundation or the backbone of the game are these player cards. I'll just show you some of mine here. And they all come from different houses. You can see up in the top right corner. I see him copping a glance at my cards too. It's okay. It's fine. At this point, neither of us really know what we're doing. So if he gets to see, oh, I've got Quicksilver who's worth 40 points, by the way, in the end game. So different ways to score points. So at the end of the game, you can have up to 7 cards in hand. And I really like that the game says 7 of these, 7 of these, 7 of these, 7 cards in hand. And so intuitively, the game is quick to learn that way. I don't have to remember it's 5 of those and 4 of those. So at the end of the game, I want to stack my hands with higher scoring cards. But I think part of the strategy will be, I mean, this card might have an ability, which is to steal helium, but it also has a negative 30 penalty if any opponent has more helium than me. So this is something where I might want to keep that secret from you so that you can't outcompete me on the helium. So there's going to be a lot of nuance, and essentially each turn we're placing cards, we're removing cards, so there's almost like a card cycling going on.
Right, and there seems to be ways to pull things back. It seems like one of those, like once you've played it a few times, or maybe if you're familiar with the novel series, there'll be certain characters that you want to have because you know that they're powerful, you know you enjoy their power.
And they're
I know
just
there's
cool
been
to
other
have.
games that I've played where it's like, oh, that's a great card. I love playing that card.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. So
And it might be really cool too to have, like, I'm getting a sense that the gold characters are really cool. From what I'm seeing, some of the powers for the gold characters look awesome. So just at first blush. But so just to give you a sense of, there's 4 main powers that you're doing. Jupiter, if you draw a card from here on your turn, then you move up on the track. Mars gets you helium. Luna wins you the sovereign token, and that sometimes triggers your personal power, and the Institute places influence there. Okay, so on your turn you have 2 main actions that you can choose from. You can lead, which is choosing a card from your hand, and you deploy that card face up on any of these locations. When you deploy it, you can also trigger the deploy ability, which is at the bottom of the card there. And so I think those are the sort of the major powers that give you more bonuses. Really, you're trying to collect more. I'm trying to collect more bonuses than you get each turn.
And it seems like a lot of these deploy abilities are basically read and do what it says. It doesn't.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's RTC. Read the card, and so that I like games like that because I don't have to learn all the complex rules. I just one card at a time.
It's quick to pick up. Yeah.
That's right. Then to complete the lead action, either. So you're doing one or the other of gaining the top location of a place you didn't deploy. So if I put my card in Jupiter, then I can choose the top card from one of these 3. There isn't a card in Luna. And I would get the bonus of that location. Or I can gain the top card of the deck, and then I can roll the rising die and get whatever the random bonus is. And that correlates with some of these abilities as well.
Right. And there are the reference cards that they're given to go through.
That's right. And I actually find them quite useful.
Which have been pretty useful. We're still sorting through it, but it seems pretty good.
It definitely contains all of the information you need. So we're just jumping back into the turn here. Do you recall who goes next?
I recall.
Is it you?
It was my turn.
I think I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Yeah, okay.
Very sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we should roll the footage back to
high
find
level
out.
of confidence. So I'm going to play
Sun Hua.
Sun Hua. And I get to... is that the card I meant to play? So I can move an obsidian or green from any location.
Okay, I don't see obsidian.
Well, did you take it?
Oh, I think I took it.
And there's no green down.
Oh, I think that might be what he's looking for.
No. Okay.
You can retract. That's okay.
No.
It's gentleman's rules here.
Gentleman's rules?
Yeah, for sure. You're a guest at the studio. We treat our guests right.
Okay. Well, now you know I have this character.
I'm not even processing it at this point. There's so many abilities and cards.
I know.
That
this is actually, I think, what I thought I was doing, because I was going to reach for the banished card. So there's cards that allow you to banish them from the board.
That's right. Ragnar's over here in the banish pile.
I thought it was interesting to see what would happen if I pulled it back. So place a random banished card at the bottom of this location. So underneath.
Okay, so randomly choose one of the banished cards.
Randomly. Done. Nicely done. And there's even the obsidian. I got very confused. But thank you for taking pity on me.
Yeah.
So now I have a choice of 2 things. I can either pull from one of these and gain those actions.
That's
or
right.
I can
take one of those and roll the die.
And roll the die.
That's right. And I think part of what you're trying to do is populate your hand with 7 cards that are going to score big at the end of the game. A good score, typically, according to the rulebook, is about 300 points.
Wow.
So, but I mean, you look at this, if you get up to 10 here, you get 43 points just for that track.
Right.
So I actually do feel echoes of Wingspan here.
Yeah.
Because in Wingspan, you've got this scoring chart where there's various competing ways to score points with eggs and victory points and all birds and all of that. And so I think if you like Stonemaier Games, then you'll probably recognize the mechanic very quickly here.
Yeah, and even having the layered features on the card too, with like the different text and with different parts to the card and different layers to it. Yeah.
And this actually,
that's cool.
Not knowing the book series, I instantly want to go and read the book series now. I know Jamie Stegmaier says that this is one of his favorite book series, and it's an IP he chased for a while to bring to board game form. And I think he poured a lot of heart and soul into this. So like the artwork is gorgeous. I really love the characters.
Cool. And all unique. I'm going to pull from here, partly because I don't know really what I'm doing.
Yes.
And that was a great move, because I'm now going to win. So that's good.
Yes, that is a clear path to victory.
Reveal the top card of the deck and place it in any location.
Okay, so the difference between place and deploy is it goes down, but it doesn't trigger the ability now. Okay, so the garden trained rose. Nice, but that ability doesn't trigger.
I don't trigger that, but I can place somewhere.
But you can block somebody.
Yeah. You've already pulled this guy back up. I'm going to block there.
Clever move, clever move. Okay, so we're starting to build this up a bit more. That's good. You know what I think I'll do? Uncle Gnarl, the red laborer, is going to go down. That will gain me 2 helium. Then I'm going to pick up the yellow pathologist to gain me yet another helium. You've had a little sneak peek of my my hand there.
I'm going to try to play the card that you know I have, because I messed up last turn.
Right.
Move an obsidian or green from any location to directly under this card. You may gain that card if you do end your turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to gain the character that I pulled from the banished pile.
Oh, and then end your turn.
And then it seems like that's the end of my turn. It doesn't seem like I get to do any other top card or gaining abilities.
Okay. Oh, that's all right. Huh. So you can start to cycle cards out by banishing them. So if I see that you're building an engine that I don't like, then I can get rid of it. But okay. Well, I am going to place down. Let's go to Jupiter. If I have the Sovereign token, advance once on the fleet track. We can do that. And then rush the endgame condition here. I'm gonna go for it. We'll take that, which gives me another one of those. What are you thinking about here?
Well, some of my cards are limited because I don't meet the criteria to activate the bonus.
So it's a bit of a waste to get them down.
It is, and so I've been I feel like I've been a little bit tied up.
Could this be a time that you take a random draw and do the scout move?
I could. I tried that earlier and it wasn't as effective as I wanted it to be, but again, that's just luck of the draw. So when I pull from there...
Then you place it somewhere and you get the bonus of where you place it.
But I don't... I place, not deploy, right?
That's right.
Reveal the top card and place. On any location, gain that location's bonus.
So it's a bit of a weak move.
That you just talked me into.
Totally.
We haven't seen a green yet, which is interesting.
Ooh, okay, the firewall expert.
But I do want this back.
So something's going on in Mars in this universe. It seems fairly advanced from... This must be a well-established colony.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, what do we got there? Look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Place one of them face down at the top of each other location. These cards are considered colorless while they're face down. Huh. That sounds complicated.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I've done that. Then I gain that location's bonus. That bonus then also triggers to reveal the top card and place on any location. So I get to do that again as part of my house ability.
Okay.
And so I get to place this somewhere. I feel like I'm going to block.
Oh, she's a bruiser.
I'll block the
Helga. Okay,
there.
that was well played because I was just about to take that card.
Were you?
Yeah,
nice.
Completely.
There it
I was totally after that.
Good.
Okay, I feel like some of them are getting plugged up with all the characters I don't want now. That is a shame.
Yeah. Now I'm sure there's some abilities that allow you to pull from the.
Huh. Okay, I think I just need to get rid of this card. So let's go to here, and I banish the bottom card of this location. Bye-bye. Then I'd like to place an influence there, which means I have to take that fellow.
Yep.
The components I think are really quite nice in this too. I like the little fox face, the helium in it. I mean the standard cubes. These are plastic, not wooden. They're fine. I don't love them. I know there's a deluxe edition of this game too that you can get. But this little token's cool. Oversized dice.
Yeah.
I think what really makes this game though is the card art. So
yeah, for sure. And they're all different, and it really adds to it.
Yes, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. I know there's some symbols we haven't talked about yet. So for instance, on this card we have some symbols here that just flag it and say basically, this is a positive, these are both positive conditions. If there's an X through it, then that's something you don't want. So for instance, if it's with Pax, O Telemanus or the Pax, then you'll score 16 points. So that's sort of an additional bonus that you need to watch for. So this is the nuance of the game. So now you're looking for Pax, aren't you?
I'm going to...
There's a lot of cards there, though, so it would be probably fairly difficult to make some of those pairings.
Right. Yeah, Ragnarok. I think that would be tough. So I'm going to play Ragnar.
Doing some banishing of a card.
And I'm going to banish the gray.
Okay.
And that gives me a bonus here. I get to place an influence.
Yes.
Okay. Place one influence. Then I'm going to...
Actually, let's do this. You may lose 1 influence from the Institute. If you do, gain 2 helium. So we'll drop that one. Gain your 2 helium, and you know what that means.
You've reached that condition.
I've reached that condition.
Which means you're going to score that huge card I know you have in your hand.
And then I'm going to pick up a card from here, which means I move this forward 1. And this draws us ever closer to the end game.
To the end game.
Yes.
This card I've been holding on to. I thought I was going to be able to make some on it, and then I just never made moves on this. So this one's going to be a bit of a waste, but I don't want this low score in my hand.
Good call.
So I think I'm going to do that. It says if you're further on the fleet track than the player to your right, you're on my left, but you're also on my right, then I was going to gain 2 cards from the top. I thought I was going to be able to build up my hand, because it doesn't seem like there's been many to build up over the 5.
To double up.
And I was really excited about that. And then I have not done anything with the fleet track, but I'm afraid that the game's going to end. I'm going to take this because it's the biggest point one left on the board.
Oh, it's absolutely going to end. Yeah, except you get to go last, so you'll get 1 extra turn.
Get 1 extra turn.
So you're all finished up?
I think that's it. I did not get the Mars bonus for taking it, so I'm going to take that.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, I need to block that because I don't want you getting that. And I need to pick this one up because I need to advance that for the end game.
Okay. And then I get 1 more turn because I
do.
am the Apollo. I had a 15 I wanted to get rid of to pick up a 20.
Okay.
And that means I get this, which is going to give me 4 extra bonus on the end, although I know you're already up to 28. So
there's a big leap there.
There's some big jumps that you were able to take advantage of.
Okay, time for endgame scoring. Now, just before we get to that, though, I want to give the winner a Mars bar because it is on Mars.
Yes.
So
and you do like Mars bars, so you'll enjoy that later.
I have no sense of how the scoring is going to play out in this. There's so much going on here with endgame scoring.
It's true.
I didn't even read the bottom of my cards.
I know. There's layers of this game that we did not process, or at least I certainly did not. But I can also say that you triggered 2 of the 3 possible endgame criteria.
That was the only thing I understood.
My claim to fame is the influence.
That's true. Yeah, you did nail that.
I will crush you in that category.
That's very true. Okay, so I'm seeing for the play button here, or the whatever this play pause button, end of the game triggered. You may treat this card as if it's any one of another color. So I'm going to make this orange because Ragnar gets an extra 10 points if he's with an orange. So we'll do that. So that'll score
10 in here.
I believe that will score under, is it VP cards, VPs plus abilities? Would it be there?
Okay. So we're going to have a running total in here, it seems like.
Okay, yeah, so he's going to get 10 points.
Yep.
Don't think I have Sephi. And I'll also get 5 for each gray and yellow at all other locations. And I believe there's 4 of those.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so that's another 20.
That's another 20.
Okay.
And then we've got 16. No, I don't get that because he's not with Pax. 15, if this is your only obsidian. It is not. I lose that. That was silly. And then minus 30 if any opponent. No, I didn't do that. So that's great. Okay. So now we can add up the totals up here. So it's 40.
Yikes.
Plus 15. Plus 20.
75.
Plus 14.
89.
Plus 15.
Right.
104?
104 plus the 30 here.
Yep.
So 134.
134. Okay, that's solid. Let's do yours.
Well, what did they say a good score was?
For all of these combined, over 300.
Over 300.
So
wow. Okay, so we're gonna do mine now.
There.
Okay, I can score this. You're gonna score me. Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any of those play things?
I do not.
Okay.
Nope.
So let's go to those bonuses.
The bonuses. So this one is 11 if you have the sovereign token, which I did. I would like to say I planned that. Smart. Yes. I did not. So that's just happy coincidence, blind luck. Extra 5 for each blue. I have none.
Okay.
For each banished
blue. None.
None.
Okay.
This one was. I thought this one was interesting to be able to regain him after I banished ones because it would build up points at the end. But it never seemed enough to want to play him.
Okay. Oh, and let's just hold those over here.
Sorry, if with perfect. Red or gold, but not both, I have neither. So that was well played.
Completely random ending here for both of us.
If you have the least influence on that's the only thing I have stuff of. And
the least influence on the Institute?
Yeah.
You do have the least. Oh, unless I have the least.
I think you have the least. You have
none. I have the least.
So
yeah.
Even what I'm good at hurts me. If only cards having
having core values of at least 20 points.
Right.
Okay, so
my I did not do very well there.
So let's add the tops then.
So we're going to add the tops up.
Okay, what do we got for a total up there?
25 plus 15 is 40 plus 20 is 60, 79, 89, 95.
95 plus 11.
Plus 11. Oh, I did get that one bonus, didn't I?
That's for a grand total
106. 106.
Okay, you're not that far off. Okay, we both were terrible there. For the fleet score, I'll pick up, I should put this up here, I'll pick up 28. You'll get 10.
Okay.
3 victory points each. I have 7 of them.
21. I have 1 for
1. 3. Okay.
It's getting wider.
You got the sovereign token.
I do.
I should have paid attention to that. Oops. I'll just give you the points instead of me.
Sovereign token's 10 points.
That's right. And then
which seems like a lot, but there are a lot of other really powerful things, right?
That's right. And blue defeated us on the Institute, but you still managed to get 2 points. And now, would I score 1 victory point? But I don't have any there, so I don't feel like I should get that.
I definitely feel like you should not get that.
No, okay. We're going to give me 0. Not sure if that's the rule. Jamie, if you're watching, let us know.
Yeah.
Minus 10 victory points per card over 7 cards.
Yeah.
That's
neither of us had that. We found it. I found it interesting. I had the one card I wanted to play that was going to allow me to build my deck a bit.
That's
because that would be pretty powerful, getting a lot more victory points with that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so the final scores are in. Looks like I'll be eating a Mars bar now, but because I don't want to treat you that way, we actually have 2 Mars bars.
Nice.
So
thanks,
yeah,
man.
So you get the runner-up bar.
Yeah.
So 183 to 131, both terrible scores according to the rule book.
That's right.
300, but that's okay. It was our first game.
It was.
Please forgive us. But if you have thoughts on the game, if you played the game, if you enjoy the game, if you don't like the game, we'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And remember to get out there, get gaming,
and stay legendary.
Definitely. Cool.
Did I get it right again?
Be legendary.
No, let's do that.
I like stay legendary.
No, damn it.
It's perfect.
As soon as I said it, I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah.
But what is it?
I like it.
Do you want to redo that?
No.
Okay.
I like it. It's stay legendary.
Stay legendary.
That's cool.
Yeah. I got owned. Thanks for this.